Good evening. Glad to have you with us tonight. I'm Greg Copeland. It has been a busy weekend for coronavirus with the first death in the United States here in Washington. And 2 more people have now tested positive here, bringing the total to 8. And those numbers could soar. We have team coverage for you tonight. We'll begin with King 5's Amy Marino. She has the latest on those cases. Amy.
Well, when they expanded the testing here at the state lab and dropped some of the requirements for who is getting tested, they told us we're going to see some more cases, and it appears that's what's happening now. The latest 2 cases are 2 men who remain hospitalized tonight.
The 2 new cases of coronavirus involve people currently hospitalized. A man in his 60s with underlying health problems is in critical condition at Valley Medical Center in Renton. The scene outside the hospital was quiet on Sunday, and the hospital says the man is in an airborne infection isolation room, and everyone on his care team is trained in the CDC's recommended infection prevention and control practices. The second presumed positive case, a man in his 60s hospitalized at Seattle's Virginia Mason Medical Center. That man also has underlying health problems, and his status is critical. They say the man had not traveled, so this is believed to be another case where the virus was contracted in the community. These are in addition to the death at Evergreen Health in Kirkland, where a man in his 50s passed away, the first coronavirus death in the country, and 3 other cases confirmed in King County, along with a teen in Snohomish County. While public health officials say it is not the time to panic, it is enough for Governor Jay Inslee to declare a state of emergency, giving state agencies the necessary resources to prepare and respond to the outbreak.
And keep in mind, those numbers you just heard do not include the very first coronavirus case in the United States, that man who was hospitalized in Everett and has recovered and gone home. And also, when you hear that phrase, state of emergency, it can kind of sound scary, but that's just simply something the governor did to release more resources to make things move a little bit quicker so local and state health officials can get everything they need to fight this as good as they can. We're live tonight in Shoreline. Amy Marino, King 5 News.
All right, Amy, thank you. A technical college in Kirkland will close for a couple of days this week after a group of students visited the nursing home where a resident and a caretaker were diagnosed with the coronavirus. For more on that situation, let's get to King 5's Ted Land. Ted?
Hi, Greg. We still know of the 2 people who were tested positive for coronavirus here at Life Center of Kirkland, a nursing home. We're also learning more tonight about a group of nursing students who spent time here last week, then went back to their college campus where they likely came into contact with others. The Lake Washington Institute of Technology will close on Monday and Tuesday while cleaning crews disinfect the campus. They also canceled large gatherings this week. The school says 17 nursing students and 4 faculty members spent time last week with residents and staff at the Kirkland nursing home where 2 people were diagnosed with coronavirus.
I understand that we had multiple students there for multiple days.
Did those students go back to campus and possibly have contact with other students and faculty?
They did. And that is also one of the factors that led to our decision to close campus.
Lake Washington Tech President Dr. Amy Morrison says the school is having a difficult time getting answers from King County Public Health about what to do next.
We are in contact with those students who were at Life Care last week. And we have not received official guidance from the Public Health Department about whether or not they should quarantine. So we are awaiting official health department guidance on that.
It seems like that should be a priority.
It does.
The city of Kirkland, meanwhile, has activated its Emergency Operations Center to coordinate its coronavirus response. 25 Kirkland firefighters and paramedics who may have had contact with coronavirus patients are currently quarantined. That's about a quarter of the city's fire department staff. Are you still able to provide a high level of service to people here?
We are. And besides having a full load of staff on board, we have mutual aid from the cities of Kirkland, and Bothell, and Bellevue that we can count on if things get a little crazy.
So even with those quarantines, you're at full staff?
We are.
On Sunday afternoon, 2 more ambulances arrived at Life Care Center, where dozens of people are still being monitored for coronavirus symptoms. And one of the firefighters who transported one of those patients from this facility just within the last hour said that patient appeared to have some respiratory symptoms. They do continue to monitor many others who have had time here, who may have cold and flu-like symptoms, cough, difficulty breathing. They're being monitored and then, if necessary, tested for coronavirus. Live in Kirkland, Ted Land, King 5 News.
Ted, thank you. Now, medics from Redmond Fire have been placed on quarantine. The police department said via Twitter, quote, "Out of an abundance of caution, 7 of our medics have been quarantined due to possible exposure to the COVID-19 virus. Redmond Fire Department is fully staffed and responding to calls as normal." A public information officer for the U.S. Postal Service confirms a female employee in Federal Way tested positive for coronavirus. She's now recovering at home. That Federal Way facility has been cleaned. King County's Department of Public Health is aware of that case as well. Now, on Friday, a student at Jackson High School in Mill Creek was diagnosed with coronavirus, and a lot of students at the school found out about it during a school performance when that alert went out.
I was at my school's performance thing called Voiceless, where a few students just get on stage and lip sync, when a student in the crowd that was friends with one of my friends showed that on the district page someone had come down with corona, and then the entire student body that was there started looking at their phones and finding out a student had corona. I think most people were just in shock and didn't believe it, because my friend's first reaction was just, "You're lying." No one believed it at first.
Well, Jackson High School is closed tomorrow as cleaning continues. There's the superintendent of Everett Public Schools told us this morning he expects school to be back open on Tuesday. So if you think you have coronavirus or someone else you know, what would the symptoms be? The most common are fever and respiratory symptoms like a cough or shortness of breath. You can start feeling those symptoms in as little as 2 days, even as long as 2 weeks after being exposed to the virus. Live look at the Clink, where tens of thousands of fans turned out this afternoon for the Sounders home opener. Not going to give away the score just yet. We'll save that for sports. It's a game that comes as the county, and the state are working to contain the spread of the coronavirus. King 5 Sebastian Robertson was there and spoke to some of the fans today. Sebastian, what did they say?
Well, the Sounders organization says that fan safety is their #1 priority. They get their guidance from the CDC when it comes to public health. The CDC says that the risk to the greater public is not immediate, that it's low at this point, and unless that changes, well, it's game on. Hot off a 2019 MLS Cup championship win, the Seattle Sounders are back.
It's the opening game, so we're excited.
A Sunday afternoon home opener is a draw in a city that loves soccer, but the timing of the game isn't great.
We are having increasing cases in the United States, and we expect to see increasing cases locally.
Saturday, the first death in the United States in Kirkland due to the coronavirus, otherwise known as COVID-19. A man in his 50s who was initially admitted for a serious respiratory condition. A death that prompted local, state, and federal health officials to reevaluate their response to what's become a public health crisis.
So there may be times when we would ask people to avoid going to large gatherings, to avoid congregating in public settings like sporting events, social events, and so on.
Something that could happen, but not yet. So it's game on for the Sounders and these fans.
If it's meant to happen, it's going to happen regardless of what you do for it.
Gotta live life.
Yep. I'm not going to let it stop me.
You have to put some trust in the CDC that they know what they're talking about, and so, we'd probably abide by that, obviously, but
not today.
Not today. Not until they pull the trigger.
The Sounders says they're going to continue to monitor the situation. They say they're part of both a regional and a Major League Soccer task force put in place simply to monitor the coronavirus. In Seattle, Sebastian Robertson, King 5 News.
Okay, Sebastian, thank you. We know there is a lot of information to go through with coronavirus, so we've compiled it in a special coronavirus section on our website. You can go there, you can check out what you'd like, get as much knowledge as you'd like. Text the word virus to 206-448-4545, and we will send you a direct link.